Thanks for staying with us. So I'm told that we'd have to be linking up with a media chat with none other than the most popular minister in Nigeria. Yes, on weekend we're having a media chat very soon. Yes, that's it on TVC News. We'll be linking up to that media chat. Others can join us online on YouTube and also on Instagram. We'd definitely like to hear your thoughts. But yeah, so our next segment. Thanks for staying with us again. Anambra State Governor Chukwuma Soludo sparked controversy with a bold statement where he claimed that any politician promising to serve only one term needs psychiatric evaluation. He questions the logic behind such a promise, citing the constitutional provision for 2 terms. Soludo's remarks come as he seeks re-election for a 2nd term. The comment has ignited quite a bit of debate, with some praising his candor, others criticizing his tone. Soludo's assertion raises questions about political ambition and leadership. Do you agree with the governor? What is your opinion on 2nd-term policy? Do you think 2nd term is necessary in governance? Do you see another avenue where politicians consolidate on their embezzlement, or 2nd term stimulate and promote good governance, serves as a motivation to do well in office? You can join the conversation. You can call us on 090-216-3440. You can also tweet to us on X and also on the YouTube. We'll be happy to read your thoughts. I mean, when I was reading all these comments, especially when people were speaking, criticizing Governor Soludo, some were suggesting obviously he might have been referring to the former governor and the candidate of the Labour Party 2023 elections, Peter Obi. They were assuming, and I'm thinking, why are people finding it difficult to believe? And I think, and I like why, I like the energy, because it's quite interesting when Nigerians did not believe that a Jonathan could concede to an election that he lost.
So we have precedent.
So there's a possibility that a president says, I will only do 1 term. Why do Nigerians find it difficult to believe him? Because I like first things happening. I like these kinds of new things happening, and people just being bizarre, you know, compared to what we are so used to. This is a man saying it is sacrosanct that I would only serve for a term. Why are people finding it difficult to believe him?
Antecedents in it. So here's how I see it. People react based on what they've seen in their past.
Yeah.
It informs future decisions. And we've had promises of would only do 1 term. And it seemed like when people get into the position of power, the perks that comes with that position cushions and makes them reconsider and start seeing the possibility and the opportunities of what they would do if they serve longer. We've even had a president that did 2 terms and felt like, for me to do what I want to do, give me 1 more term, and was planning to change the entire constitution just so as to achieve a 3rd term agenda. So because of the experience Nigerians have had, there's very few people are willing to trust any politician. The fact that you're a politician, they just believe everything you're saying is campaign. It's just because you want to win. However, like you mentioned in the story of Jonathan, he didn't go with the expected.
Yeah,
he didn't pull the resources of the power that he has to say, I will fight whatever the decision being made was because of what I want to achieve. And so I am a believer. I love to believe people. I like you to prove to me that, like, give me evidence. What you say, I'll take it from you until you give me evidence contrary. And from Peter Obi's personal antecedents, is seen as someone who, when he says something, he does it. So he keeps his word. So until I now see contrary, I would react in that manner. I also feel the statement that Soludo said was really strong. Yeah, it was really strong, because if we look at antecedents in Nigeria too, the governors that do 8 years, most of them, the real work is in the first 4 years. The second 4 years is for flexing and, recouping. But so in my head, I'm looking at it that, what exactly do you need 8 years to do? If you really work in 4 years, we can see the effects. Last week we had the foundation, Muritala Muhammad Foundation,
Exactly.
and they said it worked in 2 years, in 6 months, in less, like that we could see the impact of what he did in the short term. So you don't need forever to leave a legacy.
Okay. Thank you, Tokwe, for bringing me to where I want to start my point from. So it was in that statement itself that you would see that government after him wasn't continuing. And because most of his achievements were in policies and in his own personal actions, it did not spread. One of the things he wanted to do was cut down civil service. We read it now. He went straight at the civil service, all the top cadre, they went on without their gratuity and entitlement. He sacked them, you know, all of those things. He made people angry, he passed, and nothing changed. We just switched back, and those people walked around getting all those entitlements. So for you to do a lot, and we're complex people, Nigerians.
Very different.
You know, I don't believe any one-term presidency can change anything. Even if he has his goal clearly stated out, which can be helpful, stated out clearly, time constraints will not help him to achieve it. And we're distrusting people. We believe that everybody that goes to office is going there to go and collect his own. So whenever somebody says, I'm going for the first 4 years, we'll be wondering, what changes do you want to put in on ground that, you know, would see? See the president that we all voted for, we renewed hope. Till now, it's 2-3 years. As laudable as removal of subsidy is increasing state revenue has been and all of that. We never see the work. We are looking. We can't see nothing. You know, and the president constantly comes out to reel out his achievements. As long as it has not, you know, it has to trickle down. And it has not reached the lowest of society. Nobody thinks the president has done anything. In fact, we are very envious of people around the president because we see that they are cushioned from the effect of all these changes. We are looking at them, we are hating them. We say, Siam, they went to bury Buhari. Shey people did not die the same time Buhari died me, and they carried him inside plane. Whereas if somebody was bringing their corpse of their grandfather from abroad, he would be in the cargo area. A lot of things were said. You know, so we still look at them as them against us because it has not trickled down. So how do you want to do it in 4 years? As in, do you know your people? I don't know whether you understand my point. Yes, it's laudable. It sounds good when you read it out and, you know, it's a campaign policy. But do you know your people very well? Your people are also those people in your inner caucus, your kitchen cabinet will be telling you, you know, rich also. You go again. Do you think people did not push Jonathan? Did you not see that guy on the floor? When Jonathan, he said, we don't agree. I will never agree. He's a Jonathan person.
What that he was saying? It cannot happen.
It cannot happen. It can never happen. And Jega is such a well, good courage, guys.
I will not take it. We will not take it.
We can never take it. And they were just shouting. You know, so how well do you know your people? How possible is it?
Okay, so I want to agree with you. I want to disagree with you a little bit in the fact where you said that 4 years is too small. I don't think 4 years is too small if you have planned out, because for me now, as Peter Obi is, before he gets to become president, I'm very sure he has outlined how he's going to carry out his policies, everything that he's going to. That's what I'm expecting him to do as a citizen. If eventually, yes, I vote him to be the president, I'm expecting that he will come and perform that magic in 4 years. It's possible.
Thank God you call it magic.
It's not magic. It's possible. After all, he named the people that have done it in the only
are their country people Nigerians?
They are not
Nigerians.
They are not Nigerians, but it's possible. Okay. Like I said, he may have policies and he may have what it takes to achieve those things in that 4 years. So let's give him. It's a campaign thing. He wants to be the president, so he's campaigning. So we must believe whatever it is. After all, we believe all those ones that come and do 8 years. In the 8 years that they've come and they've been president or governors or president, what have they done? We have not seen anything. There's no continuity. I am just bothered about what the Anambra State governor, the Soludo, I am just bothered about what he said. He says psychiatric. Why?
It was very strong.
Yes, it's a very strong language. Yeah. Why would he say, are we that bad that, you know?
Choice of words.
Exactly.
You know me, I like
very important.
You did not need to use this kind of words.
And again, another thing is, that is somebody's presidential ambition. You don't, I want to come from, this is like your brother or your people are from the same place. I'm expecting a little bit of support. Oh, okay, let's see what you can do and everything. But where you say, so
let me go back to Peter Obi's comments recently, where he was saying that he was referencing U.S. presidents, Abraham Lincoln and JFK. And I think there was a gentleman, Michael Chibuzo, who was responding, saying that Abraham Lincoln actually was assassinated while JFK Abraham Lincoln was actually in his second term when he was assassinated, while Kennedy was assassinated in his first term and planned to seek a re-election. So using those two as example is not necessary, doesn't really connect. Secondly, he also referenced the fact that South African President Nelson Mandela only chose to do one term. And Chibuzo was reminding us that Mandela was 75 years old when he first became president, and by the time he concluded his first term in office, he was 80 years already, and he wasn't ready to go for a second term. So using those as references might not be comparing apples and
so let's
apples.
Let's even answer on those examples. So clear goals. Mandela, when he came into office, just as you mentioned, was far into his 80s, and then he had a clear goal to resolve all the reunite the country, all this what is it called? Nerve. So you both me, you know, all the frayed nerves,
factions,
to bring peace to the country. Because if it wasn't a black president and it wasn't Mandela at the time, probably there would be no South Africa today. Maybe there would be small fragments of countries, and he did that. That one clear goal, he was clear about it and achieved it. Is it one thing? Because this Nigeria is this Nigeria. In this Nigeria that now we read in the paper that some people say they are marginalized in the north. Another governor said it's not marginalized area. Is this Nigeria? You know, as laudable as what he has said is, my fear is people, factors, way of your people will come in. And those are the things you take into consideration when you make a statement like that. The people that did 8 years, you know, they reach them. You never reach them if there's a possibility.
But why are we preempting that he needs 8 years? Yes. He might not need 8 years.
I do not
because
support
the only issue I have, I feel that if Peter Obi becomes president and he's a damn good president, it will be unfair for him not to stay another extra 4 years. Because if he comes and does so much and gives us that magic, I would not want him to leave. I would want him to do another 8 years.
All of us will not want him.
So he cannot equivocally tell me that he can only do 4 years, because I would probably want him to stay extra.
It will be against his word, but he has already also, somebody came out and campaigned and said, I would only do 1 term. He's our late former president, Buhari.
Not late, it's former. Okay, late.
His late former president, Buhari. Yeah. He said it. He said he will only do 1 term. And in our Korokoro eye like this, he campaigned for the second one and did 2 terms. So Nigerians have a precedent to disbelieve what Peter Obi said. Also, on the show, we've discussed over and over again that, are we sure this 4-year, 8-year thing is enough to solve problems in Nigeria? That we even feel like the countries in Africa that have been able to scale, they don't have presidents of short term. We have Rwanda, where the person did there for long and it brought change. Yes, so we might not necessarily like the system in Rwanda, but you cannot deny the results they've had, because they've had sustained leadership, sustained vision, sustained drive.
Lagos State, example.
There's a blueprint and everybody is sustaining it. So there's a part of me which I've expressed on the show before that we might not, and Maria and I have actually said it, that I wish democracy in the way we are running it would work for us. We've said it and we are in that space. But I am talking about Peter Obi's comments that why are we so against him thinking he can actually make change within 4 years? And I don't see why we are so against it if we are reacting to him as a person. But we're not reacting to him, we're reacting to every other president that has promised us, every governor that promised 1 term, every politician that has appointed us. We are responding to them, not necessarily him.
Let me go on a very short break. When we come back, we'll take some more comments on social media. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Thanks for staying with us. You know, I still believe that there are a few good men. And I remember my dad in times like this, because I remember when my father became president of the Nigerian Bar Association, and he did so well. I mean, it was a very historic and remarkable tenure he had. And when his tenure had come to an end, his entire cabinet, even all the members, were pressurizing him that they can change the constitution of the NBA to extend his tenure. And he kept telling them, no, I've done 2 years and that is fine. I need to hand over. And they kept pressurizing him that you are the NBA, but let us find a way to rectify. And he said no. And that reminds me, but there are still good people who can say, I am telling you for a fact that this is who I am. All I need is 4 years. And I mean, recently when we were seen serving at the party, I had posted saying that this is a bit overbearing now. Why would you do this? But people now came to say, listen, this is how the man is. In fact, people who work closely with him, if you calls came to Maria I have visited this man's house as a governor, and he was serving people. I have seen him personally, and this is how he is personally. So somebody like that now tells you, I'll do one term. Why would people still not believe? Because we are so numbed with politicians that we feel that everybody is a liar.
It's our people.
He might not be a liar.
We're
He might be
distrusting
mean.
people. We don't trust our politicians. We have every reason not to. We, you know, change of mouth, lack of standing to your words, have built this distrust with Nigerians over time. But it's not about his person. It's about us, the people, from my own end. I'm looking at it and thinking, do you know what it is to have a National Assembly, the type that we have? Each local government in the Houses of Assembly represented, each constituency out of the 3 of each state represented, people with different views to life as opposed to you. It is not a democracy. It is not a military era or, you know, what's it called that they run on in other countries. It is a democracy, the type of the presidential democracy that America uses, with like their Congress sitting over every policy that he has. This goal he has in 1 year. Is it everybody's goal in government? Because you're going to have your cabinet. You're going to have your constituents in each of the constituencies. It is the complexity of our people that we are asking. Nothing personal about him.
Renewed hope agenda. It's only one man's renewed hope.
It's only Ashiwaju renewed hope.
Everybody is doing something else.
See, let me give you one gist here. That renewed hope, they say it's only for Lagos. Yes. Everything that renewed hope is bringing is for... See, we see this criticism. Each president has suffered it. As laudable as what Jonathan did was, I just mentioned with Adoru baby. Say, until say they can't carry out. He didn't live there. People have their own dreams, and there are things that they wait for their turn to get. Once my person gets in office, it's my turn to get it. My person will not say, want to do one term. Finish the 1 term first. Quarter to the end of 1 term, you cannot resign. We are buying form for you. We heard it. All those people who bought 100 million naira form, and they say it's one group of people that bought it.
Let me take Ademola. Ademola from Iyanopaja. Thanks for calling your line.
Good morning, ladies of your name.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
You're live.
Madam
Go ahead.
Morayo,
Yes.
Nima,
Good morning, sir.
Tope and Ramatu. Sorry.
Thank you.
You see,
Complete package.
let me tell you one thing. We need to be sincere to ourselves. This person that said he wants to fix Nigeria problem within 1 year, that is one time. If you listen to his conversation when he spoke, when Sean Kimbaloye interviewed him, the statement he made was he's going to fix the Nigeria problem within 2 years. Now, don't let us deceive ourselves. This is a person that when he was, I don't want to mention his state, his governor, when he was governor of his state for 8 years, he couldn't fix that problem of that state. Now coming to say one time, we don't have to deceive ourselves. The problem Nigeria is facing now is very complex. Nobody, unless we want to deceive ourselves, nobody can fix it within 4 years. I'm telling you the truth. That is just my opinion. The person that said it, he doesn't know what he's saying. He said he's going to fix it within 2 years.
Ademola,
when they change it, I'm with you.
Ademola, can I stay with you for a minute?
I'm with you.
There's a school of thought that says that because our current president has laid a very firm foundation across board, any president that comes in after him is likely to succeed because he has done what is needed to build upon. So if somebody says, I'm coming to do only 4 years, shouldn't Nigerians believe and allow him to just come for 4 years? Oh, Ademola, I lost you.
He's not there. No, I'm with you.
Did you get the question? Don't you believe that Ashiwaju said, I want to come then blame me. I came here and prepared for this job. He has been working all his life towards this job. Now he has gotten the job and he has made some serious, bold reforms, made some bold policy changes, and we are seeing it. Many believe that anybody, even bring in Nima to become president next 4 years, she will build on this, and of course Nigeria will prosper. So why are we finding it difficult to believe one man that says, I'm only coming for 4 years?
Thank you, Madam Marayo. Madam, thank you so much. Let me tell you one thing. The person that is coming, said he's coming to fix it for 4 years, he does not even understand ongoing problem. What is really ongoing, he does not understand it. If we are to be somebody that understood the problem, will have solved it. But the person that is saying he's going to fix it 4 years, look at these previous interviews. When he was interviewed, when he was questioned about subsidy, about the flotation of Naira, his response was apart. standing with the question raised to him. So this person, beyond reasonable doubt, he cannot fix it. He was just looking at he's subjective in life just to become president.
Thank you very much, Ademola. Any comments? We have to wrap up on this. Comment social media?
Okay, somebody said Ambode used 4 years. We can testify what he did.
I see street lights.
So good.
Ambode street lights is there.
It's so easy to forget.
Yes.
So good. When you drive through Ekpe, you see what he did.
So a lot can be done in 4 years.
Yes,
and Ambode probably succeeded because of the foundation of the continuous government.
You have to give it to that.
Continuous government in Lagos State.
So come and ask us on the Badagry Express.
That is you.
How he told us.
That
so
is
you
you.
see, that's the point.
The point, therefore,
for 4 years of Ambode, they didn't continue our own work.
But
they left us there. They left us there. The moment someone looking, we had relief. If me and praising someone now, there are people in some areas who will not praise him. Some people will say,
that's why he said the problem are plenty.
Okay, I'll start with you after the break. Please stay with us. We'll be right back. Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing. Ramato is going to come in here.
Okay, so what if we're just thinking, we're thinking about him coming to fix all the whole problems. What if he comes and he tries to fix the key sectors of the economy that will drive the country? That's one. And it's possible that when he comes, ongoing, yes, you may think that he doesn't have enough, reasons and everything. He has not given us a tangible reason why we should make him president. It's possible that when he comes as a president, as he's on the job, he can have policies and make good decisions on the spot while on it. We that were entrepreneurs, we know there are times that we are on the go. As we are on the go, we take decisions as we are on the go, as we are going on with our policies and everything, going on with the business and everything. So it's possible that when he becomes president, he can do that. And also, maybe the state was too small when he was a governor for him to govern. It's possible that when he becomes the president, he will do better as a president.
So you mentioned Ambode for the break, because I was going to go to the Ambode factor. And I was saying that the reason why somebody can say, oh, Ambode did A, B, C, was because there was continuum in Lagos State. There's a system, there's a foundation. And that's why I go back to the fact that because our president has come in to make some tough decisions, some really hard, bold, courageous decisions that many presidents don't have the confidence to do. Right now, we have set the country on the pedestal where we need to start building on top of that. So it's at this point, anybody, just like they went in governor of Lagos State, they say this person is going to be governor. We don't know him from Adam. He comes and he performs. Bring somebody else, he comes and performs, because there's a blueprint. Somebody has set the foundation. So why are we therefore so not believing that this person can actually be?
Our blueprints are party policies. Our blueprints are not law.
Okay.
So a president can come in. Peace of B is not an APC person. The president now is an APC person. Already we have Alliance, ADC, we have SDP. We have the Labour Party factions divided. We are too complex. If he comes in and he wants to even follow his own policy or continue the policy of the other government, and party members might fight him. So you want to give them credit. President Buhari finished the rail line Lagos-Ibadan, started by President Jonathan. And the criticism was endless. My own is that at the end of my talk here, Nigerians should talk to themselves.
It is with us.
It is an us problem. When we are in government, we should forget this 10-finger chop. Have you seen somebody die before? Nobody they carry and go. This all my 10 fingers, I will use it to chop. I must board this life. You will at some point drop it and go. So if truly he has a 4-term plan, agenda that he wants, a 4-year agenda that he wants, and is clear about that, and he will do it, and he will stand by his word. The distractions are unnecessary from different quarters of who knows him and who is a party member, who thinks. But he cannot become president on his own. He needs his parties. He's doing an alliance right now. We're even confused about which platform. Is it the ADC? Is it the Labour Party?
The man has publicly said it. So if you're going to be a party member, he has told you from day one, this is what I'm doing. Now either you align with it or you don't align with it. But let me take this call from Ralph. Good morning, Ralph. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Go ahead, please.
I've watched you more than 10 years. I want to, I really appreciate what you ladies are doing on the
Thank you, sir.
Studio.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'm calling from Jos. I follow you for more than 10 years.
Thank you very much.
This issue of unbelief as a country is something that is worrisome. 4 years is enough for a focused leader to achieve enough. 4 years is enough for leaders to achieve, their aims. The problem we are having is, let's assume Peter Obi is given the chance, and he succeeded in making things to work in 4 years, and Nigerians are happy. Even if he's going to extend the 4 years, we will still be happy for him to be there. The problem we are having as a nation is, even those that serve us for 8 years, there is nothing to write home about. Nigerians are suffering. So if there is tangible results after 4 years, the Nigerians will give him the support to spend 8 years. So we must now start to believe that things can work even within the frame of 4 years.
Okay. So thank you very much, Ralph, because there's also been that advocate for extending it to, I think, 5 years or 6 years, one term of a 6-year term. No, yeah. 6 years or one term, of presidency, so that nobody is there for so long. But we'll have that conversation after the break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing first Governor Soludo and then Peter Obi's remarks that he's going to stay if he voted for president for only one term. Let's take a few comments on social media.
So I have this comment from Engineer Tijani, very long. He says, please tell my sister Ramatu that seeing is believing, and it's easier said than done. Nigeria does not have a system that can work with any president's agenda within few years. The bureaucratic bottlenecks are choking Nigeria. He said it's easier to succeed as a governor than as a president. A governor in our context includes the entire state, and a legislative arm that, according to him, is more like an appendage to the governor. Unlike the National Assembly, he said in a state, we are mostly governing majority of people from the same ethnic background. Unlike on a federal, where you are representing several diverse ethnic nationalities. He said, as a president, there are clogs in your way, which you cannot order to be removed immediately without stepping on toes, of people who have been sustaining and feeding on those clogs for many decades, without bringing the system to a near collapse. Truth be told, we need a 30-year developmental plan. According to him, every president will follow instead of different manifestos or three-point agenda. And such developmental plan must be measured year in, year out until we ensure the engine room of governance, that the civil service is firmly rooted and can function powerfully irrespective of whoever is at the helm of affairs. The pace of our progress will remain slow.
I think that is fantastic. And that's it. But let me take a call. Oba is calling from London. Thanks for calling. You're live. Oba, you're live. Go ahead, please.
Hello.
Okay. Yes, go ahead.
Please, I just need to say this. This is very clear. Yes, 4 years is a short time. Even primary school education is not finished in 4 years. So this is just to cajole people to get into government. If a governor as grounded as Soludo realize that this is wrong, this is impossible, for somebody to say you will rule a whole Nigeria and make a change in 4 years, it is just another gimmick of getting into government. The reality is this: one state, to rule a state of over 3 or 4 million, a governor is saying that it is impossible to make those changes, and somebody says he's going to do the whole of Nigeria in 3 to 4 years. Please, let us not be cajoled. Let's ask this man, what did he do in 8 years in Anambra State when he was governor? What change did he make in 8 years?
Thank you very much.
Before we can give him the 8 years, even go and look at are you able to solve the problem of.
Thank you very much, Oba. Yes, Nima.
Olayeni says, Nigeria is complex with our multi-dimensional ethnicities all around in Nigeria. 4 years can be achievable when all policies are working effectively. Bobby Roland says, God bless this scholar. 4 years is enough to prove yourself. You cannot solve all the problems, but can definitely make an impact. We have had leaders who have stayed 8 years and nothing to show. George Fidelis says, nobody can fix this complex system in 4 years.
You see, I don't totally, Nima, wait, let me pause you for a second. I don't totally believe that Nigeria is that complex. I just think that we didn't have bold leaders. And that's what I was saying before. Because where we are now as a nation is where we should be, considering the circumstances of our past. Now, as I was saying before, if Ramatu becomes president in 2027, Rama 2 will be able to work because there are certain important things that have been done. Aside from the subsidy removal, aside from floating the naira, even the various commissions, the Southwest Commission, all the various regional commissions that were created to force development. What you need now is an administrator to ensure that their policies and that the loopholes in government are knotted such that those things function as they should. These are things that can be now done. So you've done, the hardest part has been done. So at this point, I don't even care who becomes president in 2027. It's about anybody who is able to actually build, as long as they don't come back and now reverse. And it's difficult to reverse because we've really gone far.
You say what?
Nima feels like
you cannot bring back.
You say what?
They can bring back subsidy.
Do you know the people who were getting paid subsidy? Some of them were not even supplying this fuel. They did not buy petrol into this country. Those people are still in the corridors of power. And you know that
bad.
If somebody is very emotional, it is one policy to reverse. One policy. You can reverse and give it a different name.
But you know, President Buhari, subsidy is a very bad thing.
Subsidy.
Remember, that's subsidy.
And then gave it whatever formula, they gave it different names and nomenclatures. Excess something, different names. And they were paying it. And the bills were piling. And we're all looking at it. Governors were screaming, lower allocation, and he was paying it. One person can come before the National Assembly approves that it is reversing the bill. It will be an executive order. Anybody can reverse. See,
but subsidy itself is not a bad thing.
Does he even believe? Does he, as a person, the person whoever becomes president in 2027, if they don't believe in this subsidy removal, which some people do not, they will reverse it. As long as
subsidy removal is not the problem because some countries actually do pay subsidy. Subsidy in itself is not a bad thing. Yeah. So it's because we couldn't afford it was the problem.
I read
there was corruption.
So if somebody coming in to fix the corruption and tie up those loose ends, that can actually fix it.
So I read a book, Financialism. It shows how, written by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I saw it in somebody's library and begged for it, and I took it home. I've not finished reading it. The only small that I read. It shows that he's a financial guru, really. So when you look at how this tax reforms is happening, you know that he has lifted the burden a lot of the lower cadre and found a way to place it. You know what? One person can enter office and they'll tell us that whether we make 1 million or not in our businesses, we must pay taxes. And they will reverse it. Nobody saw it as workable. In fact, the elite class thought that this tax reform should not make it. We know the people who argued. How long did it take? Is it as they bring the bill, they approve them, they pass them, they read them? They brought this bill. Everybody had objections. They took a team. What's this man's name? Our friend. Taiwo. He took his team. Campaigning, level plus level. All of us here on the table just reading, we're like, wow.
This is fantastic. They don't agree.
They didn't agree. They went around debating it. That's how complex.
Let me take this call from Ibejuleki. Let's see. Idowu from Ibejuleki. Thanks for calling. You're live. Idowu from Ibejuleki. You're live. Okay, any more comments? Let's wrap up.
Yes, sir. It says, there must be an economic constitution for, say, 30 years that all politicians must follow to improve Nigeria economically. That's from Andrew. Emmanuel says, Oga Kola, keep quiet and go and check what Peter Obi did in 8 years. Research Peter Obi, what he did in 8 years. People that don't live in Anambra is saying that he didn't work.
Okay. Then there's one, they said, Governor Oti of Abia State is just 2 years, but he has performed well. He's the most performing governor right now.
Emmanuel is asking, what is the benefit of subsidy removal? Are they not about to borrow $21 billion soon? You see? So this you explain.
When you explain
700 and something million for airports. Airports that we all criticize. In fact, I felt ashamed. When I landed, I was like, but let me just go home. I cannot be held to be criticized. In fact, I made a mental note that I will never mention my trip and my experiences on the show. Well, I've done it a few times. I've talked about it because the airport was such an embarrassment compared to the airports. And we know the airports, what's this one that is Gatwick, owned by a Nigerian. Before. Yes, before he has lost it.
He sold it to Nigeria.
So we know that he started it. All those places we go, we load it. Mnamoniki soup with sweets. He reached our turn now, we say, money is too high. Why now? How did they do it? Why did they do it?
That is all we can take on today's show. That's all we can take on. I'm laughing because everybody is always afraid of taking this kind of stories. And some people are very careful on this table. They don't want problem. It's all good. That's all we can take on today's show. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.